I really have a passion for education, and one of the things that really drive me was how do I become a better teacher? How do I become a better educator? And so I studied like different systems of education. I was always excited to learn about new methods, new techniques. And when I was taking my master's around 2004 to 2006, I came across this concept called free schools. They were free not because libre, walang bayad, but free because they were democratic. Fast forward like a few years later, the term had evolved from free schools, democratic schools had evolved, and meron na tinatawag na self-directed education. One of the systems under self-directed education is ALC, or Agile Learning Centers. So ito yung in-adapt namin. Basically, there are 4 principles in ALC. One is that we believe learning is happening all the time. Learning is natural. Whatever the kids are doing, they're learning. We see a kid sitting on the swing, daydreaming. We don't say, that kid is not doing anything. For all we know, he's thinking deep thoughts in his mind. That's learning as well. Second is people learn best when they make their own decisions. People like you and me. If we make our own decisions, even if we make the wrong decisions, but we learn from them, that's the best learning, right? Children are people. They're not half people. They're not little people like we can order them around. They have their own views. They have their own opinions. They can make decisions, and that's what we do here. That's why here we don't really force kids to do things that they don't want. When the child is ready and when the child wants, that's the time teaching can come in. Three, we believe children learn more from their environment and their culture than from the material they are taught. So here we try to give them a very supportive culture, very supportive atmosphere, a culture of respect, a culture where their voices can be heard. They have a say in the rules here, meaning if they don't like a certain rule, they can bring it up. We have a meeting once a week. We call that our culture creation meeting. Anyone can voice up and say anything. And fourth, we believe success is not measured like in grades, but it's measured in the intentionality of the child, and then his or her action, and then his reflection on the result. Was I happy with what I made or not? Okay, like you see the paintings here. So the kid decides, okay, I want to draw this. After he or she draws it, am I happy with this? Do I want to give it another go? So on. It's the child who determines if he or she is successful or not. Right? Of course, he's open. He can get feedback from other people. Part yan, reflection, sharing. And yan. Doon niya makuha yung kanyang sense of success, kanyang sense of achievement, sense of work. Not just a number, not just a grade. That's all that a grade is. It's at that point in time you got that. But the learning doesn't stick. So those are the 4 principles of ALC, and that's what we follow here. It's really a community. It's a culture of supporting and respecting the freedom of the child. I'd like to welcome parents to come take a look at what we do here. If you look at it, it seems like it's a new system, but it's actually an old system. This was how people learned before schools came along. There's so much more they can learn. So this is what we do at Freedom Academy. please visit us or message us. We'd be happy to answer your questions.